Arsenal annoy me. Yes, that's what I fully believe, guys. I get annoyed doing Arsenal hate watches because they feel inevitable right now. Anyway, I'm going to talk about this game right here. Arsenal 4, Atletico Madrid nil. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First and foremost, make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Anyway, guys, look, this is a deserved win by Arsenal. I don't think anyone can claim that Arsenal were lucky or something. This was an absolute slapping. Like, they legitimately abused Atletico Madrid today. In like a 12-minute period, they scored 4 goals. In a 12-minute period, from just like when the game was a little bit balanced, the game wasn't, all over. And then from the 57th minute until the 70th minute, they just scored 4 goals basically in 12 minutes. And I asked for Arsenal to score an open play goal after they unlocked the game with a set piece. And guess what? They scored an open play goal twice, actually, not just once. You get me? So, big up to all of you guys. And let's just get straight into it. Look, Arsenal annoy me. And I'll tell you why. We can't keep running the same narratives from like the last 3-4 years every single game. Like, I can't just sit here after every single game and go like, Arsenal will bottle it, Arsenal are crap, blah, blah, blah. We're going to have to be objective because objective conversations are important. At the end of the day, Arsenal deserve to win today's game. And not only did they beat Atletico, they slapped them comprehensively as well. Let me just look at a little bit of the stats of the game before I actually get to speaking about individual players and what this says about the Champions League. 2.24 XG. We'll speak about how many of it was an open play. Obviously, Atletico did have their shots, but the problem is here, right here. They only had that one shot on target. I think Julian Alvarez was by far the best player that they had out there on the football pitch. Meanwhile, Arsenal, had a much better performance, in my opinion, than them. And these are the numbers right here. Open play XG 1.46, which has been a criticism even I've labeled at Arsenal. But I have to be honest, today they absolutely destroy them even in open play. Set piece, of course, they're always going to get set piece chances. And for me, look, they deserve to win. I don't know what the ratings are for the players because I haven't looked at it yet, but let me look at Alvarez's rating. Yep. Best player Atletico had out there on the pitch. And, Arsenal cooked. I thought Zubimendi had a good game, even with his yellow card, to be fair. Like, he was good, in my opinion. And Arsenal deserved the win. The one guy I want to shout out, though, genuinely, before I just carry on speaking, is Miles Lewis Skelly. I think that goal that Martinelli scored is all Miles Lewis Skelly. The guy in midfield, like a marauding midfield, even though he's a left back. I know he's naturally a DM. I'm saying where he's playing on the football pitch. Even though he's playing at left back, the guy is galloping through the midfield with no care in the world, like his prime Stevie G, and then he plays the pass like he's Mesut Ozil, through the lines. Marcus Llorente, absolute loser, caught in no man's land. But Marcus Llorente against Liverpool, he turns into like Zinedine Zidane for some reason. But it was a great pass as well to Martinelli. And to be fair, that's a great finish by Martinelli too. I mean, Martinelli has been a player that a lot of Arsenal fans have criticized, and rightfully so, in my opinion. There was an Arsenal fan even today in my chat going like, Martinelli, my eyes are bleeding. I can't believe we're playing Martinelli left wing, blah, 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 blah. He knows who he is when he's watching the video. But he was cussing Martinelli out, and then Martinelli scored, and then all of a sudden he disappeared. But, I have to give massive credit to Lewis Skelly for that goal because, that was just an unbelievable goal, in my opinion. I thought, he did really well. He did really well for that goal right there. And, Gyokeres scored twice. One from a set piece. So we're going to ignore the set piece goal because we know deep down it ain't sustainable. But I think the assist for the second goal, who got the assist for the second goal? Not the set piece one for Gyokeres. I actually forgot who got the assist for the second goal anyway. But regardless, Gyokeres scored. I think he kind of shanked it a little bit, but 2 goals is 2 goals. You get me? So we can't sit up here. It wasn't even a penalty or anything. Look, after the Bilbao game, I had a match reaction. And post Bilbao, I said I actually think Arsenal are a bit more suited to the Champions League than they are the Premier League. I said Arsenal can win the Champions League, and people thought I was going crazy. And if a team makes a semi-final of a Champions League last season and considerably improves the forwards, considerably improves the depth, considerably improves the players that they put out there, you're going to have to give them a chance. I mean, Arsenal probably today would have been one of the teams that they wouldn't want to play because it's a low block team, blah, blah, blah. But to be fair to Simeone, he no longer plays a low block. So maybe Arsenal's teams that they won't like to play, maybe like an Inter or something like that, teams that play low block. But today, Arsenal did their thing, comprehensive victory. And these are the type of wins that basically send a message in the Champions League. They're currently, I think, joint top in the Champions League group stages with Inter and PSG. Gyokeres scoring today, which is going to be very good news for them because they need Gyokeres' goals, because they need Gyokeres to chime in with the goals. They need Gyokeres' involvement, if they want to be successful this season. I think all the Arsenal players played well, really. I don't think there's any Arsenal player I can point out and say maybe he didn't have a good game. Even the ones that were substituted, even the ones that were changed. I think it was a comprehensive victory and it was a deserved victory and they deserved to win. And, credit to Martinelli for the finish, putting it past Oblak. Set pieces, look, at the end of the day, don't say I'm hating because I've been praising you for 6 minutes, but set pieces are something I look at and I think, look, eventually come February, March time, January time, opposition managers, opposition set piece coaches will probably figure out a style and a system to stop Arsenal's set pieces. So I think that might be like an issue for them, the whole set piece situation. But today they scored twice from open play, which has been a criticism labeled at Arsenal, but they did it. 2 goals from set piece from open play and 2 goals from set pieces. So we shall see. I think Declan Rice's deliveries from dead balls are dangerous as well. Like the fact that he delivers the ball this well as well should be a credit to how well, Declan Rice is in terms of like his deliveries. And he's very good when it comes to set pieces. But for me, Arsenal in the Champions League are a club that will worry a lot of clubs. Like they're the football club that will basically worry everyone. Not many teams in Europe would like to take on Arsenal right now. Not even PSG, not Inter, not Real. We already know what they did to Real Madrid last season. Atletico comes into this game 4th in La Liga. They picked up their form after the horrible start that they had to the season. Julian Alvarez was truly the only player that caused Arsenal any bit of trouble. Other than that, locked up Sarloth, 4-4-2 Diego Simeone just doesn't work, in my opinion. 4-4-2 in the modern game, but locked up Sorloth as well. Griezmann was a bright spark for them when he came on, but Atletico are not strong enough. And at the end of the day, this is another win for Arsenal, deserved win for Arsenal. And I think, in the Champions League, they're definitely going to be one of the strong contenders this season. They're definitely going to be a football club that people are going to have to look at and would want to play. I don't want to play them in the Champions League, to be honest with you. The way that we're playing right now, I'm not even trying to play Frankfurt. But this is a deserved win, a comprehensive win, a win in which Arsenal really, truly showed the Champions League. Like, we're here. We might have lost to PSG last season in the semis, but we're not going anywhere. So, Arsenal fans, I praised you for 8 minutes, so you can't say I'm a hater and blah blah blah, all this typical stuff that you guys always say. Well deserved win. Congratulations on a win. Enjoy it, and big up to all of you guys. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.